Yo, what's going on guys? It's your boy Viami, and today I'll be showing you how you can play Sonic Unleashed Recompiled on Xbox Series S and X for Xbox Dev Mode. Before we start the tutorial, the main things you will need is 1. You will need your Xbox to be in developer mode and it will need to be a Series S or X. 2. You will need an external drive for this setup. You will need it to be properly formatted to NTFS and you will need to allow special permissions. For those two main things, if you guys have not got those set up, if you check down at the description below, you can find my dev mode related playlist where you could get those two main things set up first, and then you can head back to the video. You will also need a PC. Reasons you need a PC for this is because we will need to use their installer setup from the PC version of Recomp. At the moment, there is no file picker, so the installer does not work on Xbox. So we will need to do this first so that we can obtain our files for it to work on Xbox properly. 4. You will need your own copy of Sonic Unleashed for Xbox 360. You will need to be able to have your title update as well, and then any of your DLCs if you would like to add them, but the DLCs are not required. Once you're ready, we're going to start the installer process from PC. Alright, so once we get to this GitHub page, all you would have to do is simply scroll down, look for the Unleashed Recomp windows.zip, select on it. And then once this downloads, all we're simply going to do is extract the file. Now for those that do not know how to extract the file, all you got to do is look for that .zip we just downloaded, right click on it, and then you could either select the extract all method here, but if you have WinRAR or 7-zip, you can also go down and highlight that and make sure to extract to Unleashed Recomp Windows. And then once we have this, you can simply delete that .zip. And then for this Unleashed Recomp Windows folder, we're simply going to rename this to Unleashed. The reasons we just named the folder to just Unleashed is because this is how it needs to be for the Xbox to read it properly. Alright, so what we're going to do is simply go into this Unleashed folder. So to make things easier, we're going to create a folder inside of this folder we are in. So right click, go to New, go to Folder. We're just going to name this My Sonic Files. Then all you want to do is go right into it. Now what I want you to do is I want you to add your title update, any of your DLCs that you may have, add your Sonic Unleashed ISO or exe folder format right into this folder here. And then once you do, it should look a little something like this. Up here I got my Sonic Unleashed ISO, right below it I have my title update for the game, and all these other files are all my DLCs for the game. Now once you do that and you have that ready, up at the top left you can hit the back arrow. All we're going to do is go right into that Unleashed Recomp exe. Just wait for it to load up, and then now that the installer has popped up, all you would want to do is select your language and then select next again. Now we're going to add our source files and our title update, so all you want to do is click on add file. And then now you want to look for your Sonic Unleashed ISO, select it, and then click on open. Now we're going to add our update, so select add files again, and now you're going to select that TU title update file that we have. Once you do those, you can select next. Now for the DLCs, for those that do not have DLCs, what you can do is click skip, and then for those that do have DLCs and you would like to add them in, press add files as well, and then hit control and select each of your DLC files, and once you do that, select open. Now you should see that they are highlighted if it has read your DLCs correctly, and then what you can do is click on next, and then now it's just going to tell you how much storage you're going to need for this, and then once you're ready, click on next again, and then now we're just going to go through the installing process. This might take some time depending on your computer, but just please be patient. And then on the left side, you should see that it's creating folders inside the Unleashed folder we have created. So now it's adding a game folder, an update folder, and a DLC folder the way it is meant to be. And then once that's finished, just click on next. And what you can do is exit out of the Unleashed Recomp. Alright, once you get out of the installer, all you gotta do is hit the back arrow to go back. Then all you gotta do is simply drag and drop this into the root of your Xbox external drive. And once you do that, all that's left is for us to grab our UWP files so that we can install the app to Xbox. So let's get right into it. I bet, so once you get to this page, Let me put a reminder that please do not bug the upstream and official developers about any issues about the UWP port. Please report it to the repo that it comes from. And also I want to give a special thanks to the Hedge-Dev crew and Scythe, as well as Worleydl for the UWP port. Alright, so all you gotta do is at the bottom, click on the UWP beta 1.3.0 and also select on the dependencies, and this would download immediately. And then now that we got those two files, all we're going to need to do is upload them into the Xbox developer portal. For those that already know how to get to the dev portal, simply skip this segment. For those that do not, just continue watching. Now I'm going to show you the remote access at the bottom, so simply click on remote access settings. And what we're going to do is enable the Xbox dev portal. What this will do is this is where we will install our apps. We would have to do this from the computer or your phone. Make sure to keep a screenshot of this because anytime you want to enter the access portal on your computer, you're going to have to use either one or two links, whichever one works for you. And then at the bottom, there's the authentication where you can set a password and username. Me personally, I just keep this unchecked. It's just a little easier to get onto the page without having to enter your information every time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to leave our Xbox on this page. I bet. So what we're going to do is switch over to the PC. We're going to enter in one of the links for the access portal. And then there's some settings we're going to change from there. And then you should be good to go. Alright, now that we're on the computer, what we're going to do is enter in one of those links. And yes, please add the HTTPS within it. And then once you enter in the link, you should get a page that says your connection is not private. Attackers might attempt to steal your information. Simply at the bottom, click on advanced and proceed. Alright, cool. So now that we're at the Xbox device portal, all you gotta do is at the top where it says my games and apps, click on add. And then all you're gonna want to do is for the package file, we're just gonna simply drag and drop that Unleashed Recompiled UWP beta right into it. Click on next. It's gonna ask to choose any necessary dependencies. And yes, there is one dependency, so we're just gonna add this in as well. And then all you have to do is click on start. And then once it says package successfully registered, you can select done. And then now what we're going to do is head back to our Xbox, make sure you're in dev mode, plug in your external drive that has the Unleashed folder we have added into it, and we're going to finish up the rest of the setup. I bet, so now that you're on your Xbox, you should be in dev mode. Make sure to plug in your external drive as well. And what we're going to do is simply go down the list until you find Sonic Unleashed Recompiled. And once you find it, make sure to highlight it, press the select button on your controller, go to view details, and make sure if this is already set up as an app, make sure to click on it and then change it to a game. And then once you do that, press B, and then you can load the app right up. And just like that, you should be good to go. If this video helped you out, don't forget to hit that like and let me know down below if you have any issues. And if you have any other issues, definitely check out the Discord link below where you could find help from me and other members as well. And I hope you guys have a great day.